Oh, man. Hey.
Hey, how are you? Hey, man, how you been? What have you been up to? Yeah? Okay. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, what's that? Huh? Oh my god, guys.
Oh, my God, guys. This is huge.
I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but what's this lady's name? Kate Middleton. Kate Middleston. A timeline of her disappearance. Yeah, I don't know why this is... I don't know why people care about this, but... What, she's a member of the royal family and she's been missing. Whoa!
Whoa.
But we now have, on this channel, an exclusive interview with what is her name? So now live, thank you so much for joining us, Kate Milton.
It's me, Kate Milton.
Kate Milton.
Kate Milton. It's me, Kate Milton.
So you're a princess. That's crazy, dude.
Right?
You're a princess, homie. That's so crazy.
It's so crazy, dude. But you kind of actually need to address me properly.
Oh, sorry, Kate Milton. What should I say?
It's actually Pretty Princess.
So, Pretty Princess Kate Milton, why did you pick to resurface on this channel?
Well, Don, I didn't have to do this interview. So if you're going to start some we could take it there. Play the boom drop, please.
Okay.
Boom.
You want that? Nah, I'm just taking the piss.
Oh, that's right. You guys do that.
Yeah, why do we say that over here?
Taking the piss, like, whatever.
Yeah, I picture somebody, like, pressing on a soccer hooligan's bladder and he, like, pees his pants. You know, I don't know. I don't like it here, honestly.
So, Kate, I don't really care about you.
Yeah, what is the obsession with me, honestly? I don't do much. You know, what did I do today? I ate whatever we eat over here. Like, I think, like, a piece of dry toast and some hot water. Like, that was my day, you know?
So, Pretty Princess Kate Milton, where the hell you been, girl?
Crazy story.
Oh.
So I leave the castle to go to a 24-hour vape shop.
Oh, God. What do they call vapes in the UK?
Scrumdiddlyumptious bars.
Stop, Kate.
So I'm going to the 24-hour vape shop, and I fell in this, like, frozen pond.
Oh, no, Kate.
I know, so crazy, the life of a princess.
So you might say you're a bit of a...
What?
You might say you're a bit of a...
I don't know, what?
You might say a bit of a...
Might say I'm a bit of a what?
Say it.
Oh, ice princess.
Bye, Kate.
Kate Milton out.
Why is Fox News calling criminal aliens migrants? Because they're in on the take.
Oh.
This is the plan, baby.
Oh,
They're
wow.
burning this country to the ground.
Oh, my God.
They say we are the right side of history, and they're going to destroy what you believe in. The idea of the white picket fence and the milkman, the paper boy, all
the
of that
evening
will
TV.
be gone.
Hey.
And what
I said the evening TV.
The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV.
That's from the Full House theme song.
Praise God.
all of that will be gone. And what you will get instead is enclaves of multicultural democratic institutions.
Oh no.
You'll go to Little Havana.
Pendejo.
You'll go to Ukrainian Village. You'll go to Little Italy.
Oh!
You'll go to Little Guatemala.
We have a recording of Little Italy right here.
Oh! What?
You'll go to Little Guatemala and Little Barbados and Little Haiti.
Okay.
And there will be these neighborhoods in your city
Oh no.
where people don't speak the same language. People don't get along. But don't worry. When the conflict happens,
Yeah, they don't get along with you because you're an insufferable little turd and nerd. And
Pendejo.
that would be every part of town for you. Oh hell yeah, there he is, the little kid of all media, terrifying his audience. Absolutely terrifying his audience that they might not be able to live in the opening scene of Blue Velvet.
Bluer than velvet.
You know, I wish we could tell Tim Pool's audience, you know, who are, let's be honest, losing their minds on the internet. They're doing this. If you really want to call your Instacart driver the milkman, feel free. You know, in your head, oh, milkman's here. And by milk, I mean my sugar-free Red Bulls. Feel free. Go ahead. Oh, milkman's here.
Praise God.
But yeah, hell yeah, this is what makes this guy Tim the greatest newsman of all time. You know, remember what he just said, you know? This fever dream he's painting of, you know, of people coming in to your town and they have a different identity than you. Oh, it's not fair. Remember that. because this is seconds later.
Many people like to point out that during Occupy Wall Street, it was fairly populist, anti-establishment, until identity politics came in.
Oh, no.
There's a comic where it's a rich man sitting in a fancy room, and there's protesters outside saying, we are the 99%. The man's on the phone and says, introduce them to identity politics.
Amazing. Oh, my God. Yeah, imagine doing identity politics. Could you imagine that? You know, like saying, oh, there's some people, they're different than you, even though they're probably exactly the same in most, if not all ways. Oh, but they're different. So we got to go like this. Oh. There's an Italian guy. Oh. Somewhere. Now I can't have a milkman anymore. But whatever. This guy's right. I experienced this. I'm a raging Tim Pool fan, but I live in New York City. And ever since Little Italy popped up a century and a half ago, my milkman, Norm, he used to drop off the little bottles of milk, these little bottles of on my door. Now I look down on my doorstep.
That's not milk, that's a panna cotta.
Oh my God, I think the milkman put something in that meringata.
Oh my God, I'm turning Italian.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is probably one of the most, openly xenophobic, disgusting segments I've ever seen. But also, it's hard because he's such a little kid.
Now, the issue for Republicans is actually quite simple. TikTok promotes leftist ideology to an extreme degree.
Okay.
Whatever is behind the algorithm, they argue it's just what teenagers want.
Right.
I don't believe it for a second.
Oh my God, yeah, the TikTok ban. Can't stop hearing about the TikTok ban, and I love this guy's take on it, which is, yes, we should ban it because I don't like the things on it. It's refreshingly honest, and
it's weird.
Yeah, this app shows people under the age of 45 things they want to see. That's sick. Ban. I think partly it's because they don't like him on there too, because they can kind of spot he's sort of insufferable, which, that's a good reason to ban too, also.
I bring you now to October.
Thank God.
This is October 31st. Evidence that suggests TikTok was intentionally propping up pro-Palestine content. Many people made the argument, especially on the left, no, TikTok's not doing this. It's just that people are defensive of Palestine.
Okay.
Wrong. And I have the data to show you. Okay. We went over this.
But I guess this needs a little bit of backstory explanation. But it kind of seems like both political sides are kind of becoming skeptical of the TikTok ban. I saw an Alex Jones segment. He was going like this.
I am having trouble doing the show.
Where he was like, no, this is bad. That guy Vivek was like, no, it's bad. This guy,
bye-bye,
said, no, this is a bad bill. So there's kind of like growing loss of support for banning this thing, TikTok.
Talk.
And people are starting to ask, like, well, what, is there some other reason they're trying to do this? And this is one of the theories. Oh, there's a bunch of pro-Palestine stuff on there. And this guy, Tim Pool, makes a pretty big, pretty serious, I guess, I don't know. Pretty big claim that this is TikTok itself boosting this kind of content intentionally. And not only that, he says he has the data to prove it, which that's pretty big too. So let's see if he has the data to prove this.
Sarah Fisher for Axios writes,
never
on
heard
TikTok,
of her. Views
of pro-Palestine.
Hey, never heard of her. Never heard of her. Explain who she is, please.
Wrong. Sarah Fisher for Axios writes, on TikTok, views of pro-Palestine posts far surpass views of pro-Israel posts.
Okay.
Now, there have been many media analysts who are not partisan, who pointed out the data we're seeing suggests intentional actions.
Right. That's what you're trying to prove, right? When you said,
wrong,
you're going to show us that. So let's see.
Take a look at this. Global posts and views of select hashtags on TikTok.
Okay.
October 16th to the 23rd, 2023. Shortly after October 7th. There were 123,000 posts, hashtag Stand with Palestine.
Right.
There were 8,000 posts, Stand with Israel.
And they're roughly the same.
Despite the fact
roughly the same views. Okay.
With Israel posts were substantially less.
Right.
They received 12 million views. You can see a massive spike.
Right.
Despite the fact that Stand With Palestine posts went way down to 87,000, their views skyrocketed to 285 million.
Right, which could just suggest that people became more interested because of the news cycle and so on, right? But you're going to disprove that, right?
Wrong. Such a dramatic change from one week to the next. A lot of reasons. It could be organic, 100%. But I believe, and some other data researchers believe, this is indicative of TikTok altering its algorithm or intentionally promoting Palestine.
Right. But you said you were going to prove that it's inorganic, and I trusted you to show us that, but I was
Wrong. So let's entertain two possibilities.
I will not.
One, TikTok altered its algorithm to promote Stand With Palestine. I believe that is a strong possibility. Don't know for sure. Why?
You said you were for sure, man. Come on. Are you now saying you were
Wrong.
Okay.
I do not believe Communist China is going to try and create any kind of content that's good for us.
Oh.
Facebook promotes bad stuff. TikTok, Instagram, these platforms all do. Rumble and X are pretty good.
Right. The platforms that have more of the content I like, those are good. No ban. The ones that have stuff I don't like, ban.
Wrong. That's currently where we're at.
Oh.
I have no problem pissing off young people and those addicted to TikTok and those paranoid by saying, this is what I see happening.
Right. You're not worried about pissing off the TikTok young people because they all think you're a
Pendejo.
Okay, great. That was a really informative segment there. You know, it's all over the place. But sometimes this guy is just really funny. Let's just have a great time and check this one out.
Did you know
No.
that a study was done that found that only around 26% of people have what's described as an inner monologue? This is a story that's been making the rounds quite a bit, and I'd like to weigh in on this because I find it very fascinating.
Okay.
Bustle, as well as many other outlets, have written stories about what it's like to not have an internal monologue. Let me start from the beginning. A lot of people are going around saying NPCs are real. If you're not familiar with the concept of an NPC, I will tell you it's a non-player character.
Oh, here we go.
When you play a video game, let's
Okay.
say
Yeah,
Mario
we get it.
Brothers,
We
the
get
original
it.
Mario.
Okay, yeah, I really like this segment. So he's talking about a Bustle article called Here's What It's Like to Not Have an Internal Monologue. A lot of these kind of websites do stories based on social media trends, so, okay, whatever. Trying to get clicks, I guess. So it's not much of an article, but I'll just read one paragraph. Neither way of thinking is wrong or bad. Some expert says it's okay if you have an internal monologue, and it's okay if you don't. It's just the way some people process information and language, she says. Basically what this article is saying is that people process information differently. Some people kind of like go over and over in their head. They're in their head a lot. Some people aren't. But Tim Pool's going to take it to some funny places. Check this out.
And now the argument is, let me pull up the tweet from Raw Egg Nationalist.
What was that source? Okay, go ahead.
He tweeted, if you ever struggle to understand why things are the way they are and why life is so terribly frustrating, remember that 50% of the population don't even have an inner monologue and they get to vote too. Well,
yeah,
I showed
read
a
the
study.
article. Read the article first, right? Before we start going like this on X.
And an inner voice could become more or less intense throughout your life depending on your mental state. If you're super stressed, for instance, it'll ramp up.
Right.
While I was reading that, I am planning already what I'm going to be saying next.
Oh, amazing.
Reading this is autopilot.
Number
I can
one best
read it
play.
while thinking of what I'm going to say next once the paragraph stops.
Oh.
And I'm thinking about plans for later in the day.
So cool.
It's wild.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's not really wild to me until I realize that many people can't do that.
You're so smart.
So here, I'll tell you what's going on in my brain as I'm reading this.
Yes, I got to hear this.
I'm planning what I'm going to say next, why I'm saying it, and what I'm going to say.
What snack you're
As
gonna
I'm
eat
reading
later.
this, it's quite literally the easiest thing for me to do.
Oh.
I'm reading words, and I can say them quickly.
That's so cool.
I'm
man.
also preparing what's
Huh?
going to be said after the paragraph is done being read. So while I'm reading,
Definitely
I am
not
actually
an
writing
hey,
the
hey, shut up, man, for a second. You're definitely not an NPC. You've proven that beyond the shadow of a doubt.
So here's what I'll try to explain in my brain.
God, please.
In my brain, while I'm talking, I
Yes.
actually have a visual track, an audio track, a linguistic track,
Yes.
and they're all going off at the same time.
Right. I got Adobe Premiere going in my brain.
Multiple tracks at the same time.
Okay.
It's the weirdest thing ever. While I'm talking right now, I was just visioning people playing a game of soccer for some reason. I don't know why. That's what it was.
Okay, that's okay.
While I'm on Timcast Style reading a news story, I can go into autopilot
Oh.
and read things while I'm thinking about doing my laundry and planning the rest of my day. It's probably why I'm so good
so
at
cool.
pressing record and just talking for a long
I'm
period
too
of time.
stupid to do that. I'm way too stupid.
But if you are just incapable of anything going on in there, then that's an NPC.
Oh,
And
unlike
it's
you.
fascinating to me because that literally is the case. Now, non-player character is probably not the right way to phrase it, but this is a non-sentient being. I mean,
Wow.
let me do this.
That might be.
Let me pull up the definition of sentient for you
Yeah, check that out.
so that we can break this down. Sentient means
Straighten that out.
capable of sensing or feeling, conscious of or responsive to the sensations of seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, smelling. Sentient beings.
Right.
Sentient being is able to feel things or sense them. Sentient usually occurs in phrases like sentient beings or sentient creatures, making it clear that things don't have life or feelings. So, okay, perhaps I'm being a little bit too harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, harsh or just.
Wrong. Probably why I'm so good at pressing record and just talking for a long period of time.
Yes. Queen.
I've gotten asked before, like, so you do all the production for your morning show? I'm like, yeah, I do it. I'm like, so how long does it take? And I was like, I work from this time to this time. And they're like, oh, okay. So like, what do you use to write your scripts? And I was like, I don't write any scripts.
Oh.
They're like, what? How do you just talk? And I'm like, I don't know. I just do. Stream of
Yeah, but maybe you should write a script. Remember the sentient thing? That's kind of, that probably would have gone a little smoother with a script, right?
Boom, 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 boom.
Wrong. What I would say for this young woman is that first and foremost, the idea that you can live in your apartment by yourself is ridiculous. That's never been the case.
Never?
Even when, like, it's this weird thing that emerged. I don't know when.
Yeah.
This idea that a single human, I mean, like single, like not non-coupled, could afford their own place. It's insane. It's an insane luxury
Yes.
to have your own apartment.
Yeah,
that
insane.
being said,
Yeah, very interesting claim here by this guy. That a single person should not be able to rent a one-bedroom apartment. Very interesting. Okay, wow. Very interesting, very
Weird.
claim. But as he was telling us, he does have a super brain that rapidly processes information. He's always going crunching information. And he crunched this down. And he came to the conclusion that he uploaded to 180,000 people that in, freedom-loving America, if a single person wants to rent their own place, that should just be completely economically out of reach. That's insane. Or maybe you should be able to get a place, but it has no
Toilet.
I don't know why. He also says, and I love this, I mean, YouTube is the open mic night of the world, But he says that it's never been possible for a single person to rent an apartment. And I brought up a bunch of examples of housing cost and my own experience and all this stuff. But I would just ask you, does that sound true? I would say think about that for 10 or 15 seconds. Does that seem true? Or is it just somebody who, I don't need to write a script because this. Okay, great. But we need some practical solutions here. Come on, what's the solution to this problem?
Praise God.
For this guy, he's got solutions. Let's hear it.
look, I got to be honest.
Thank God.
This young woman right here, if she really wanted to, could find a 45-year-old millionaire guy who is going to take care of her and cover everything.
Solved.
That's the reality.
Okay.
This is what
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Excellent solution to housing cost issues. Find a twice your age millionaire.
Praise God.
Well, there he goes. One of my favorite online satirists. We definitely
Praise God.
for him.
But, it's Wednesday.
If we do the tier list, what is it? It's not an S. What is it, like a C, D? As far as the days of the week go.
It's weird.
But I hope you guys are doing good. Stay
wrong.
and keep it
Weird.
real. Big thanks to Kate Milton for being real on my show. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
I might just walk out here and think I'm gonna take about a week off. Guys!
You're not getting the whole show, okay? Please, for Christ's sake, become a member on Patreon, okay? For as little as 2 bones. When you join on Patreon for as little as 2 stupid little bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday shows every week. The Quaments program, where you can ask questions or tell stories or do whatever, and it's a whole show. Behind the scenes crap.
All for 2 putrid little bones, that's it. I'm in hell.
And if you really want to support the wretched show, people call it because they're satanic, they're sick, you could become a producer for only 25 bones. These beautiful people here are, God! Without those producers, it's over, man. It's done.
Do you think we can do the show without the producers?
Okay? Because if you do think that, you got another thing coming, my man.
You got a totally different thing coming.
Without the producers, it is as good as over.
Hello?
Is anyone listening to me? Please answer. I'll wait. Please answer.
Our hearts and our toilets
Are forever endowed unto the producers from which all light comes. Praise God.
Praise God.
It really is amazing to have such beautiful producers, and if you want to do it, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. I love the producers so much that I wrote a little song about them. Here we go.
Hit it. Without the producers, we're going straight to hell. It will be their nationality for all eternity. And then we'll go down to the lower level of hell where you can't get out. Not even for good behavior / deeds. Go down there. Deeds. Ah!